Alrighty. So we have COO. So first thing, type 1 or type 2? Well, I'm going to say it's type 2 because I got to find cobalt on the periodic table, and here it is again in the transition metals area. So I got to draw this out again. I got one cobalt. Oops. I got one cobalt, and I know I only have one because there's no subscript. I have one oxygen. Now it's a chart of oxygen. 2 minus. So if this over here, my oxygens have 2 minus, what does cobalt have to have? It has to be 2 plus. So when I name this, it's going to be cobalt 2 oxide. Okay, here's what I'd like to do. I would like to let the sub know, pay attention to the time here. I'm not exactly sure how far we're going to get on this paper. So basically the plan would be whenever we get to 10 minutes left in the period, you can stop wherever students are at. I think we'll get at least a bit of this in. But whenever there are 10 minutes left in the period, stop wherever the students are at and tell them to put everything away. Pack everything up except for a pencil and their periodic table. I will even let them use the periodic table in the back of the textbook if they would like, and pass out the quiz. But make sure that you give them the 10 minutes at the end of the period for that. Okay, so what I'd like everyone to do now, presuming that you still have time, and if the sub is still playing it, it's because you still have time, I would like you to do questions 5 through 8. And so if the sub could pause the video and set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, and if you haven't paused yet, make sure it's paused, because the next screen won't be good. Alright, go ahead and check your answers. These should have been fairly straightforward because these were just type 1 compounds. Type 1 compounds, you don't have to do anything special. That's just what we've been doing. And again, so presuming that there's still more than 10 minutes left in the period, I'd like you to try 9 through 14. So that's what I would like you to do now. So if the sub could pause the video, set the timer for, we'll say 6 minutes this time. Okay, here are the answers to 12 through 14. I'm going to go over 9 through 11 here in a minute. But 12 through 14, I'd like to just point out a few things. First of all, on number 12, the fact that you have to simplify. So you get Cu2S2, but I got to simplify that. For lead 4 oxide, the other thing, you can actually simplify this as well, and I'm not going to make a big deal about this, but if you get Pb2O4, technically you're supposed to simplify, just like if the fraction 2 over the 4 is the same as the fraction 1/2, it's the same here. So PbO2 should be the answer, but I would count Pb2O4 as well. And iron 3 oxide becomes Fe2O3. I'm going to to do one of these 9 through 11 because these are the trickier ones. Why are they tricky? Well, because they're type 2. What does type 2 tell us? Type 2 tells us that we're going to have a Roman numeral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of these with you, and then if you got stuck, I'm going to give you, well, okay, well, let's do one together. So we've got iron, and we've got 3 chlorines. So I'm going to draw 3 chlorines. Charge of chlorine is -1. Whoops. And so all together, these 3 end up with a charge of -3, which means iron should have a charge of +3. So I should have iron 3 chloride. Okay, I'm going to just, if you've got time, I'm going to give you another breath, and maybe talk to Maddie or Summer. Maddie first period, Summer second period, if you need any help with this. And pause it again. Alright, there we are. Go ahead and check your answers. Now, if you're freaking out about this, let me tell you the things that I think are most important right now. I think it's most important, again, that you be able to identify the difference between type 1 and type 2. The fact that type 1 has no transition metals and type 2 does have transition metals. And that you know that type 1 does not need a Roman numeral, but type 2 does. I also think you should be able to do things like 12 through 14. This is new to us, so I think you should be able to do these. This here, this died, this is hard, okay? This stuff is hard. So I don't want you to freak out about that yet. We're going to have more practice on it. But at this point, I'm going to have, you're going to please pack everything away. We're not going to work on the rest of the packet. I'll do that next class. You can please pack everything away, and this sub is going to pass out the quiz. It shouldn't take you too long. My last reminder, and this is the last you'll hear from me today, is that you now have a My Big Campus that I posted before I left this morning. So you have a My Big Campus quiz posted based upon what we just did, and that's going to be due Wednesday. I will see you guys on, whenever I see you next, probably, well, it's different. Whenever I see you next, I'll see you. And just if you get a chance this weekend, work on your My Big Campus quiz. If not, you got till Wednesday. Alright, thank you. Good luck on your quiz.